Well, a new report says you might still be at risk of getting the coronavirus even if you've already had it. Medical reporter Liz Bonas explains how this could potentially happen.
Hey guys, hello to you. It has long been on everybody's minds when it comes to this virus. If you've already had COVID-19, can you get it again? Well, just released new information accepted for publication in Clinical Infectious Diseases, but not yet published. Researchers are now saying they have the first confirmed case of COVID-19 reinfection. The report says a 33-year-old man in Hong Kong recovered from a March diagnosis of the virus and then got it again. Rather than seeing it as a prolonged infection, researchers say after recovery of what they call the whole genome sequencing, when they isolated each of the viruses, they were different.
Because it's a virus that has RNA, is that actually is highly susceptible to mutating or changing over time. And so what scientists can do is that they can then look at kind of the nucleic acid sequence and see any potential changes. And depending upon how many changes there are, that could be potentially from a different source of the virus.
Dr. J.P. Canner is a scientist at Gravity Diagnostics in northern Kentucky. He has reviewed this research.
I do know the one paper that came out with the resident in Hong Kong was that he was symptomatic at first, and then when he came back with this reinfection, he was asymptomatic. So there is, hope that your body is building a natural immunity against these after infection.
Dr. Canner says when they looked at the genome sequencing, the first viral genome appeared to be a strain from the U.S. or England collected in March or April. The second from a strain in Switzerland or England collected in July or August. There were enough differences between the two to suggest they were different strains. They also said there were about 142 days between infections. This would be very unusual then for it to be the same virus. The longest case of documented shedding so far, 104 days. So just like the common cold you get more than once, or even that there are different strains of the flu each year,
that your hope is that you are producing enough antibodies and enough immunity in order to kind of prevent against multiple different either strains of flu or in this case different variations of the SARS-CoV-2 virus.
Now, obviously, we're still learning whether or not this is a common or rare occurrence, and those who are following this research say it lends more support for a vaccine that may be needed more than once. No word on when we might know more, but the advice is the same now. Avoid those who are sick, get tested if you think you have the virus, and do everything you can to lower your own risk. I'm medical reporter Liz Bonas. We'll throw it back to you.
From local